We can and we will defeat those who threaten the safety and security of people all around the world.
Tonight, cities around the world beefing up security at airports and subway stations after coordinated explosions kill more than 24 in Belgium. President Obama speaking out about the attacks today during his historic trip to Cuba.
Plus, escaping terror right here in Florida. Passengers from one of the last flights to leave the Brussels airport just before that attack land in Orlando.
I think if you're scared, then you know they have won.
And tonight we're learning those passengers departed Brussels less than 10 minutes before the deadly explosions. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Wendy Ryan.
And I'm Serena Fazan. Jameson is off tonight. We'll have much more from those passengers in just a moment. But first, this picture shows 3 men authorities are now calling possible suspects in these airport bombings.
Yeah, that's right. The photo taken from airport surveillance footage shows the 3 men walking with luggage carts. You see them there at the airport. The 2 men seen here on the left are believed to have blown themselves up in that attack.
Tonight, raids are being carried out throughout Belgium to find the 3rd man seen right here on your screen. And here's what we know so far.
That's right. At least 34 people dead. 2 explosions killed at least 14 at the airport in Brussels. More than an hour later, 20 more killed in a separate explosion at a subway station. At least 4 Americans were injured in these attacks, including an American service member.
And this dramatic video captures the terrifying chaos inside the Brussels airport. Passengers actually dropping everything after those 2 deadly explosions.
And airport officials saying a 3rd bomb was found and neutralized right after the bombings. The airport will remain closed through tomorrow, possibly even longer.
And tonight, we now know that ISIS has claimed responsibility for the deadly bombings. In a statement posted by the ISIS-affiliated news agency for the terror group that says the bombings were carried out because Belgium is, quote, participating in the international coalition against ISIS. Immediately following the attacks, world leaders pledged solidarity with the European nation.
And tonight, our Lauren Rosella is live at Orlando Sanford Airport, where one of the last flights to leave the Brussels airport right before the attack landed just a few hours ago. Lauren, what can you tell us?
That's absolutely right, guys. Yeah, I want you to take a look right now. Huge police presence right here at Orlando Sanford International. They've been out here all day checking in with passengers and also just doing huge security checks. But I also want to talk a little bit about the flight that touched down today. Immediately after it landed, tons of law enforcement officers showed up and they started searching the plane. These passengers could not get off for more than 40 minutes. And now we've learned that many of them had no idea that these terror attacks even happened until they turned on their phones. Desperate moments of waiting for Orlando mother Lisa Jackson.
I couldn't contact him. I couldn't reach him by phone.
She had no idea where her son was in the Brussels airport as attacks were happening. He was traveling there for work.
I just want to see him and touch him. It's scary because you just don't know.
Then text messages came through saying her son Brandon's plane touched down. Law enforcement officers immediately boarded the plane before they were allowed to leave. Passengers never even went to the gate and were bused to the terminal.
Just landed, we're okay.
Then he walked through the door of customs.
There's just something about when you see like American soil, or if you see just American security people, it's just different than anywhere else. I don't know.
He says he almost had to leave and return back to where he was staying in Brussels and possibly would have been in the airport at the time of the attacks.
Just that time right there, I could have been in the airport still.
As some families reunite, others are sending loved ones back to Brussels today. Families like Stain Van Collins, whose parents are returning home after a Florida vacation.
People feel sad. People feel lost in a way, you know. People don't know what to do or what to think anymore.
But he says he'll never be afraid to return home to Brussels.
If you're scared, then you know they have won.
And now, after nearly 3 hours after their flight from Brussels landed, many people are going through security right here through those doors. They have been waiting for their bags. And what we're being told right now is that there is extra heightened security. They are checking every single bag. We were even hearing that there are dogs checking each bag. So huge delays in just trying to get through customs and finally making their way home today. Reporting live in Sanford, Lauren Rosella, ABC Action News.